Hey guys, Lizardlea here for Christmas minis. Moon with ornament?
Bazillion and a third.
What?
The bazillion and a third one.
No, I'm not that high yet. Come on, just focus on it. It's gonna be this guy. I think it's cute, so I want to work on it. David's over here playing his game. Have fun, good job. It has Keanu Reeves in it. That's all I know about it, so. I'm gonna go stitch now.
Well done.
Okay, so I'm losing my voice a little bit. I think you can still understand me. So I'm going to continue with some narration. And yeah, I'm going to do some narration and continue with the weird questions that I'm on. 33. Would you rather have a permanently clogged nose or a piece of green food always stuck in your teeth? Well, I mean, my nose is almost always plugged up. I've never heard it called a clogged nose. I've always heard it called a plugged up nose. But I'm assuming it's the same thing. But yeah, that happens to me constantly. I have a lot of allergies and that's just how it goes. So, I would totally be okay having a piece of green food always stuck in my teeth if that means I never have a plugged up nose again. Like I don't care. That would be so much better because having a plugged up nose is just, ugh. The worst thing with a green piece of food stuck in my teeth is it'll be embarrassing when I smile, right? Whatever, I can handle that. But if the green food stuck in my teeth leads to cavities, that's gonna be a no. I don't know why I said it like that. I'm sorry. Or even if there are no cavities, if I can still sometimes get my nose plugged up, that's still a no. I'll just stick with the permanently clogged nose that I basically already have. Like, okay, my nose isn't always plugged up, but like at least one nostril almost always is. It is incredibly rare that I can breathe freely from my nose perfectly. Usually one nostril or the other is plugged up, and it's not fun, you guys. It's not fun. And I'll take Claritin and it won't change. So my body just hates me, I guess. 34. Would you rather be able to breathe underwater or have the agility of a cat? Ooh. I think breathe underwater. Like, I mean, cats are amazing. I can't lie. I love them. But being able to breathe underwater would be pretty freaking amazing. Like, I'd never drown. I'd be able to see really cool fishies. I potentially could become the greatest swimmer ever. Because I wouldn't have to worry about coming up for air. Like, that's great. 35. What makes someone a hero? So, in the past, what I've heard is a hero is someone who puts the needs of others above the needs of themselves. So, like, firefighter. They are willing to put their lives on the line to put out a fire, to save the people that are in danger for that. They are willing to put their lives on the line for a home that, like they've gotten everyone out of it, and they're still trying to put the fire out. Like, no one's life is immediately in danger anymore, and they're still trying to put out these fires. I think that fits. So, I have to agree with that. Like, if you were willing to put your life on the line, I think you're a hero. I think it's scary. Let's see, what does this say? The term gets thrown around a lot, but actually defining what makes a hero is difficult. Oh, well, I spat one out immediately, didn't I? My bad. Let's see. I mean, I remember at some point, I don't know when it was, if it was in 2020 or sometime earlier time, but there was a kid who was getting bullied at school, and he posted a video crying and saying, like, don't bully other people. It's not okay. Don't do that. And it went everywhere. And, like, celebrities saw it and commented on it. And people were calling him a hero. And I don't know. Like, in a sense, I do agree. Like, if you are willing to talk about being bullied and to potentially put a stop to it, yeah, totally a hero. On the other hand, like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really. Now I'm getting to a place where I'm like, I don't know how to define a hero. Because I don't know if it was that kid or if it was another one, but there, at some point, there was someone who did, a video like that, and it was a kid, and it turned out they weren't being bullied, and it was faked just so they could, you know, talk to celebrities and whatnot. And I know that's not always true. But there was an instance where that happened. And that's just disappointing to me. Like, as someone who was bullied, and not as badly as other people, like, I know I've met people who've had it way worse than me when they were bullied. I don't think that's something to capitalize on. I think that's pretty effed up, honestly. So, yeah. I don't know where I'm going with that. I'm sticking with my original definition. We'll just continue. Oh, hey, it's another thing. Random questions to ask a girl. And none of them will be a question only a girl can answer. Let's go. 36. If you inherited a private jet from a stranger, what would you do with it? Could I sell it? Although, honestly, like a private jet, that would be pretty cool. If I could afford to keep it and have a pilot on hand whenever I needed, I would go places. Like, all of the places that I can. Are you kidding me? Traveling is great. But where I am now, I highly doubt I could afford it. So yeah, I would straight up just sell it, put the money I have left over into savings. 37. What are you freakishly bad at? Humming. I cannot hum or understand people humming, like, to save my life. And I'm not going to do it right now because I'm losing my voice and it'll just be even worse. And my nose is plugged up, so it'll again be that much worse. But I think that is a big reason why I suck at humming is my nose is always plugged up. And it's, I don't know, I'm not good, I'm just not good at humming. So trying to hum, I don't know, like when I hum, I try to keep my mouth shut because like so many times when you're supposed to hum, like I'm thinking of games where it's like hum out the tune of the song, you can't say any lyrics or anything, and so like I have to keep my mouth shut so I don't accidentally say the words. And I'm so bad at it, you guys, so bad. That sounds really stupid. What else am I bad at? Explaining myself. I'm really bad at explaining myself. Teaching. I can't do that to save my life. I'm not a teacher. I do not make. No, I do not be. I'm going back to the I can't explain myself. So I'm just further proving that point. I think that's enough for the day. Let's continue the next question. 38. What's something you've tried that you'll never, ever try again? Lobster was absolutely disgusting. Like, a lot of foods that I just straight up hated. I'd rather not. I'm good. I'm good in the hood. What else is something I've tried that I'll never, ever try again? Probably the run and dip at Hinterbrand. That was no bueno. I'm good. I'm older now. I don't need to try that anymore. I've already proved to myself that I can. Tried, but I'll never try again. I don't know what else. Like, I don't want to say, like, school, because there is a chance that, one day maybe I will go back because I'll want my master's or something. Currently, I don't, but maybe one day. You never know. Yeah, certain foods. 39. What are the qualities you really enjoy in a friend? One who's willing to listen, but also one who's willing to further the conversation. Like, I don't want someone who's just going to sit there and listen. I do want someone who's going to try and relate to me. They're going to converse with me. Funny to me. I don't care if they're funny to anybody else, only to me. And it's very easy to make me laugh, so that's generally not an issue. Nice. Absolutely. It has to be somebody who's nice, somebody who's kind, because I can't handle people that are mean and shady and rude. I'm not about that. I can't handle that in my life. It's just sad. Yeah. 40. In what situation or place would you feel the most out of place in? I don't know. A men's bathhouse? A situation or place you would feel the most out of place. A sporting event. Like, oh my god, if you like put me in front of a camera at a sporting event and asked me to talk about it, I would be so lost, you guys. I would be like, I don't know. He's at a yard line and they kicked the ball for a field goal. And I think that's 1 point. And then they got a touchdown, and that was, oh god, is that 6 or 7 points? I literally don't know. What? Okay, I'm talking about football, American football. And is it the quarterback is the one who throws the ball, and the running back is the one who catches it while they run? You guys, I have no idea, and I don't like sports. I like gymnastics. I wouldn't want to commentate on it, because I want to watch it and enjoy it. I enjoy figure skating. That's really cool. Again, can't commentate on it. Yeah, so that would be terrible for me. I would be so bad at that, especially because, like, we have described the fact, or I have explained the fact that I cannot describe myself, and I can't explain myself. So, if I try and explain how cool that move is, I'm just gonna get all turned around. It won't be good. 41. Would you rather have unlimited sushi for life or unlimited tacos for life? I'm gonna have to go with sushi, because I could share with David in that point. And they are less calories than tacos, mostly because they don't have cheese and bread, and there is a lot of that in tacos, and that is delicious. Oh, it says a tough choice for any food lover. I do love tacos, not gonna lie, but sushi is more expensive, and yeah, having that unlimited for life would be awesome. Like, 42. What's an ideal Christmas/holiday for you? So, I'm so confused. Is it asking me what my favorite holiday is, or what, like, of either Christmas or the holiday that you like Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or something? What would be ideal for me for that specifically? Because, like, Christmas, I like spending it with friends or family, and honestly, especially younger ones, like watching my nieces and nephew open up their Christmas presents is just such a joy. Like, I'll sit there and open up my presents and not even really pay attention to what I'm getting. I'm just super excited about how excited they are. Like, it's so cute. I love how much kids enjoy Christmas. And I loved it too. I still love it now, but I just, like, this last Christmas of 2020, I got so many presents for my nieces and nephew and barely anything for the rest of my family, which is kind of mean, but, like, this is a really important time for them. I remember how important Christmas was to me growing up. I looked forward to it the entire year, and it's so much fun. So I mean, and it doesn't have to be like really expensive things, just things that they'll enjoy. Like, gosh, not Christmas, but for one of my niece's birthdays last year, I got her a bunch of books, and they weren't super expensive, but they were, I don't know if interactive is the right term, but they're the kinds, like there'd be a pop-up book, or there'd be a book where each page has something you can touch and it feels weird. Like, oh, this one will be soft and this one will be bumpy, stuff like that. So it's very hands-on. And my mom freaking loved the book. My sister was showing it off, and I was over Zoom, so, I was the iPad in my mom's left hand, I guess. And my mom had her right hand out, just trying to grab the book from my sister, because she was so excited to see it, too. And we still talk about that. Like, it's hilarious. And that's, that's a moment right there. I didn't spend $1 billion on the book, and yet we still talk about it. However many months later, and it's still fun. It's great. 43. What's a common thing that you think about when you're alone? What is a common thing I think about when I'm alone? Honestly, just like what I'm gonna do. I don't really just sit around and do nothing, so I don't give myself a lot of time to think about deep things like this. Like I'll watch TV, I'll cross stitch and listen to an audiobook. I occupy my mind and my time. But things I think about when I'm alone. I mean, it sounds depressing, but honestly, I feel like a lot of the things I think about when I'm alone are the sad things, like, what am I going to do if I lose my job? What am I going to do if I get into a car accident? What's going to happen if this? And, those kind of things worry me, and I don't like to worry other people, so I don't generally talk about them with other people. I will say I put my boyfriend David on my car insurance, like early last year, when I got my new car. So that was the beginning of 2020. Because I was just like, he doesn't drive it all the time, but he drives it every once in a while. Yeah, he won't go far. He'll go to like Costco or the grocery store, which is, less than 10 minutes away. But if there's some kind of accident, I want him to be covered. I want him on the insurance. And it didn't cost me any more money, but it's still emotionally, mentally, I just feel better about it. I don't know if that really answers the question or not, but I mean, those are the kind of things that I worry about. And those are generally the things I think about when I'm alone. I'm just move along. 44. What is the most difficult challenge thus far in your life? Getting my degree. My accounting classes. It was not easy. Like, the regular classes I had to take, the ones that everybody has to take, yeah, those were simple, whatever. But my specific accounting classes were a challenge. Accounting 402 was so brutal. Tax, was it tax? Yeah, tax. My accounting tax class was open book. And it was so difficult. I passed with a high C, I think. And I was so proud of myself for that high C, because it was so difficult. I have so much respect for people that go into tax, because that is insane. I could never do that. Law wasn't as difficult, not because the material wasn't difficult, but because the teacher was a really good teacher. If I had had anybody else, I'm sure it would have been much more difficult for me, but I would not go into law either, especially because, everything gets updated every single year, just like tax. And it just, you have to learn everything, and that does not sound fun. Accounting 409 was difficult. What else? Audit. Audit was really difficult. And I just, oi, it was not easy. Yeah. My accounting classes, you guys. I passed them all. I got through it. It was not easy. 45. If you could change one thing about your upbringing, what would it be? I don't think I would change anything. Because I am very much a believer in like the butterfly effect. If I were to go back and change one thing about myself, you know, like if I made myself more confident or something, what if I did get an accounting job sooner? I never would have met David. And I don't want that. I'm very happy with where my life is right now. But if I could change something about my upbringing that did not affect anything else about my life, I don't know. One thing about my upbringing. Because I know I'm probably a little more materialistic than I should be, but I'm not super spoiled. Or, well, I mean, David spoils me. He doesn't like to let me pay for anything. So I'm constantly offering, and he's constantly turning me down. But I don't know. I'm sure there are plenty of things I could think of, but everything I'm thinking of would change my life so drastically that I just can't consider it. So I'm just going to move along. 46. When you are old, what do you think children will ask you to tell stories about? Well, depending on how their life goes, if they, remain in their small town, or they're around where they're born and raised or whatever, I'm sure they'll ask me about all the places I've been. Ask you to tell stories about. Yeah, I mean, everything else, TV shows and stuff, I'm sure will still be around, so they'll be able to watch those. They won't have questions. Maybe cross-stitching. And if one of them gets into it, that would be awesome. I'd be so proud. Just passing it on down, My grandma cross-stitched, my mom cross-stitched, I cross-stitched, my children cross-stitched. That would be cool. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, their dad. Tell me stories about Daddy. And I could be like, he made fun of me all the time. And, I could direct them to my YouTube channel if the videos are still there and be like, here you go. After this day, when I started doing trivia questions instead of music, you can learn about me. 47. When things break, do you prefer to fix them or replace them? I tend to prefer to fix them. Depending on how bad the break is. I mean, like, if my lamp here were to break, I would just replace it. I'm not going to waste my time trying to fix it when I don't have the capability to do that, But if I break, I mean, heck, I broke this stand, when the wooden pieces came off. I didn't go out and buy a whole new one. I just got one of the knobs from another one of my stands. Whoop-de-doo, it fixed it, When I really screw up on a cross stitch, instead of starting all over, I pick those stitches out and I try again. Or if I can salvage it, I'll keep it as is and figure it out. Like, I know there God, I want to say it was the Crescent Moon Dragon. There was an entire line on his neck, like just straight across. I missed every single stitch. But looking at it now, I don't see an issue with it. If it had been like 10 stitches high, you would notice because he, you know, his neck would be completely out of proportion with the rest of him. But a single line, not that big of a deal. And by the time I realized it, I had finished so much, I was like, we're good. I'll just continue. It doesn't matter. No one will notice. And I don't think anyone has. I finished it a couple years ago, and I don't think anybody's noticed. Have I talked about that before? Literally no one may have known. And I just ruined that. But yeah, no. If possible, I'd rather fix something. Because, I mean, honestly, it costs a lot of money to replace things. And if it's something sentimental, you can't replace sentimentality. I don't think that's a word. I think I just made that up. I'm sorry. You can't replace the meaning of something. You know, like if I got something for my grandma, buying a brand new one won't do anything. You know, it won't replace the fact that the original was the one that my grandma gave me, and this one is brand new and means nothing. All right, I'm done.
And that is the end of Christmas Minis Moon with Ornament. I think that's what I called it, something like that. I got 2 hours and 34 minutes of footage. And if I can get it without breaking things, maybe. Including myself. I don't want to break myself.
Do not break laws.
Yes, I don't want to break myself. If it'll focus, I don't know. I mean, they're the 6 most recent ones I finished.
Well said, dear.
There we go, okay. So yeah, I got to celebrate my birthday with my family over Zoom. That was really fun. And that's all I've got. So, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that jazz. We'll see you guys in the next video.